Welcome back to Anding Analytics, my channel where I teach beginner programmers that there's no CS topic too difficult to learn if given enough dedication. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to connect OpenAI and Python in under 20 lines of code. This is the first video in a series that I'm creating called Making Gerald. Below we have the steps outlined, so if at any point in time you need to reference back, feel free. Let's get started. Alright, so to begin, I'm going to go to openai.com, log in. I'm going to hit API, head on over to API reference, copy this to my keyboard because I'm going to make sure that I have the OpenAI Python library installed. After copying that to my keyboard, I open up the command prompt, I hit Control V, pip install OpenAI. As you can see here, I already have the requirement satisfied because I've already downloaded this library. However, for you, it should show that all the files are downloading. Now for the next step in the process. Open up your IDE of choice. For me, I'm going to open up Sublime Text. Now that I have Sublime open, I'm going to save the file immediately. I'm going to name this file gerald.py. Be sure to include the .py extension after your file name. Type import OpenAI, and then we will immediately establish our API key. Now I'm going to head back on over to openai.com, hit View API Keys. I'm going to create a new one. I'm naming it Gerald. Hit Copy. Make sure to hit Done. I went back to my file in Sublime Text and immediately put my API key in the placeholder. Normally you shouldn't hard code something like an API key into your program. However, I'm not sure what else to do right now. I'm still learning, so this is what we're going to go with for now. And I don't mind sharing this API key right now because, as you could see on OpenAI's website, I'll just delete this before the video goes live. Alright, so now that we have our OpenAI library imported and we have the OpenAI API key ready to go, we can get started. First thing we're going to create is a method called getGPTResponse. And we're going to pass one variable, and then we're going to create a response object. After creating the response object, we're going to need to save the specific part of the answer from GPT in a variable called response text. And as you can see here, GPT sends us back an array of information. So we need to access the first index in this array in order to find our answer to our question. Let's say it's 2 plus 2. The answer 4 will be hidden within here. Finally, we need to return our variable response text. Now I'm going to add some human interaction into this, and we're going to create a new variable called GPT response, and that variable is going to be equal to the getGPT response method, and we're going to pass the prompt up there to it, and then ultimately we're going to print the GPT response out on our command terminal. Don't forget to hit Control S for a quick save. Now go back to your command prompt and change directories to the folder location of where your file is stored. Once you're in the proper location, type out the name of your file and hit enter. The question, what is 2 plus 2? 4. We'll give it one more question. In 50 words or less, explain how an airplane flies. An airplane flies by using air pressure to push it through the sky. The air pressure is created by the engine. Alright, well cool. If you really wanted to read that all, you can. We know it works. Awesome. As promised, you've now connected ChatGPT and Python in under 20 lines of code. So now you can ask Gerald any question you want and they will answer. In the following videos, I'm going to be adding upgrades to Gerald, so stay tuned. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, please consider hitting the like button or subscribing. By hitting the like button or subscribing, it really helps me reach more people and it motivates me to bring you more amazing content. Thanks. See you in the next video.